Good morning, everyone. Now, if you do not have a green thumb like myself, you can look like you are a master gardener like we do today.
These aprons, along with much more, will be available at the fall plant sale coming up. Joyce Nill has some items to show us. Joyce, I love when you're on. You always bring such beautiful plant life, and of course these aprons that Tina and I happen to be modeling. Mine matches perfectly today. So tell us about these aprons.
Well, they're machine washed, drip dry, but they're gardening aprons. As you can see, there's little pockets, so you can put your clippers in or stray weeds as you garden. But we're going to have a wide variety of designs, some for guys, some for gals.
Wow.
So I do love these because, like I said, I may not have a green thumb, but I look like I do. I just look like I'm a master gardener. So besides these aprons, you know, I'm glad that we're talking about this because it's not only plants that will be at the sale.
No, there's a lot more. And in fact, the very first gardening calendar put out by master gardeners for Southern Arizona is also going to be offered, and it's more like a journal, which is really cool. You can write when you planted your tomatoes. There's also information in here when the first frost is, when the last frost is, insects to look for in your garden. So this is really a cool calendar that's going to be available at the sale.
Very cool. And you brought us so many beautiful things to look at today. Are these some of the examples of what we'll have at the sale?
They are. We have a lot of canna lilies. They're going to be at special prices, variety of colors. We really tried to focus on plants this year that would attract pollinators, such as the butterflies, hummingbirds, or even small finches. So yarrow has a beautiful white flower that the butterflies like. And right now, the queen butterflies are all over the ageratums. Even in our greenhouses, we have just a ton of them. Yellow dot is a great plant for hard-to-grow places, low water use, adorable little flowers, creeps and crawls. And I wanted to point out we have little flower stakes stuck in plants. So when things aren't blooming, you can add a little interest to your plant, potted plants, or even in the soil. We have fig trees this year. This is a brown turkey fig. This is the first year of this fig, and you would keep it growing for the third year and constantly be picking off figs, but the fourth year you can start eating the figs. And we have 4 different varieties of figs, 4 different varieties of pomegranates, and this is really unusual for us. We have the largest selection of succulents and cactus that we have ever offered, and this one is a really cool one. It gets spots when it's cold, so it's spotted right now, and it'll throw a white flower stalk that the hummingbirds will like. This is a Queen Victoria agave, so many people think bad things of agaves. This is a really pretty one. It would be great for a little garden, such as a fairy garden. And I brought this as an example because this is purple oxalis, but this is the gaillardia that you were deadheading before. But we have oxalis that has kind of crept into many of our other pots. So this is like a twofer.
A twofer.
Yes. So we think it's just adorable. We decided not to split those. This is another really nice fall-winter plant. It's called Haight-Ashbury hibiscus. And it will grow about 3 to 4 feet tall, has these beautiful, beautiful red-purple flowers on it, solid. But it's a really, really pretty flower. So if someone's from the Midwest and they miss those red maples, this is a choice. And this one's kind of fun. This is what they call a desert poinsettia, or some people call it an Arizona poinsettia. It likes to naturalize in your garden, so it is one of those that will spread without too much care. But low water use, a lot of fun. Shrimp plant, more little flower stakes in these. We just think they're so much fun.
Well, Joyce, when is it that we can actually come out and see some of these and purchase?
This coming Saturday from 8 to 11. It gets a little crazy, so we do suggest people come a little bit early.
Yeah.
And maybe bring a cup of coffee.
I love that. And we actually have a seminar coming up this month as well for, think that this is what the first thing that would come to my mind for growing well in the winter, but citrus plants?
The reason why we are having our citrus seminars, and there's 2 of them coming up in this month, the reason being is that between the University of Arizona and the extension agent out in Yuma have collaborated for several years studying our fertilization schedules for citrus. It has all changed. So anyone who has citrus here in the Tucson area or southern Arizona will have to readapt to their fertilization schedule. So there's going to be 2 seminars on the care of citrus, all new information.
Well, you always stay up to date. You, of course, are going to help us with, and Heather was just saying that you helped her with her garden.
Yeah.
With some of the
Her last segment saved my grapevine, so thank you, Grace.
Joyce, thank you so much. I think the shrimp one is my favorite. That one's beautiful.
Isn't it pretty? It'll get much, much bushier. This is, you know, we do everything. We start propagating in April, so everything is a little bit small, but it grows quickly.
It'll look beautiful. Thank you again, Joyce.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the Master Gardener Fall Plant Sale will be this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. For more information, you can call 626-5161 or log on to extension.arizona.edu.